Recently, I've made some fairly substantial life changes, and I want to run you through them and how you can use them to live a more fulfilling, more successful life. How I've started feeling way better in my day to day life. And the first key thing that I've started doing is putting my phone down, actually not looking at my phone at all for entire days. And this comes from somebody that runs the majority of his business from his phone. I was previously at 8, 9, 10 hours screen time per day, feeling like the work I was doing was pretty essential to my business, that I could never live without my phone. But I came to a sticking point because I was feeling really bad. I was feeling massively overwhelmed. I was feeling, even though I'm currently making and have had the biggest month in my business history, I was feeling more unfulfilled than ever, and more like I didn't want to do the thing that I'd set out to do, which was make content, become a filmmaker, inspire others. And so I noticed this, and I keep track of my life and how I feel. And I noticed this and I was like, wow, this is really crazy. Why do I feel so bad? And I think a lot of us feel that way, even if we're at the start of our journey, even if we're at a 7-figure business. And anyone that's beaten their best month in business knows the feeling of unfulfillment, that, yeah, it's good, but you then want more. And I've noticed this in my life, and these have been my steps to fix that, and coming at you now from a place where I just feel unbelievable, indestructible. I feel like I could do this forever on my terms, with happiness and enjoyment and fulfillment for the things that I do day to day. So when I noticed this problem, I knew that it was related to the phone, because comparison is the thief of joy. And no matter how much you achieve, your algorithms, your phone will always give you somebody that has more. And this is a very dangerous game to play, no matter where you're at, because there's something to be said for already having enough, for appreciating where you're at now. And the phone makes it very difficult to do that. It makes you feel like everything's in a rush. It makes you feel like you have to do more, faster, better than everybody else. And that race is endless and will leave you tired and burnt out, which is what I've found. So the first cut for me was cutting out that social media, that kind of connection to the outside world. And this has another aspect of it that's very important. And that aspect is, when you run a 7-figure business, when you run really any business and you start to have employees and work with other people, and certainly when you become a person of influence or you start a personal brand, you have a lot of messages. You have a lot of people that want your time, and you want to help and serve those people and be a good leader. But what happens is, if you instantly let the world in the morning before you have time to center yourself, to center what you're doing in your life, how you feel, and the big vision, you instantly feel overwhelmed every morning. It makes you act from a place of scarcity. So my morning routine now, and my daily routine, I'll run you through. I have been getting up out of bed, instantly leaving the phone behind, not looking at the phone at all in the morning. And I've been walking. And the things that I will take, my kind of everyday carry, if you've ever watched those videos, I'll do a full everyday carry on the main channel, probably as like a cinematic video. I've been loving my art recently and making films. You've got so much good stuff coming. And I've really been enjoying the cinematography and all those sorts of things. And I've got so many good ideas that come from this daily process. So my everyday carry, the things I walk out the door with, are this Mont Blanc pen, which my girlfriend bought me, which is a beautiful pen and signifies to me the power of my ideas and my mind, and the specialness of my mind and my ideas with this pen. The things that I write become true. They are my visions. So I'll leave with this pen. I'll leave with this Field Notes notebook. These are like little notebooks with nice designs on the front. And they were designed, I'll read you a little bit of the story. Inspired by the vanishing subgenre of agricultural memo books, ornate pocket ledgers, and the simple, unassuming beauty of a well-crafted grocery list, It's quite interesting, that. Just the simple beauty of the written word and the things that come out of your mind when it's resting. So I'll leave with that. I'll leave with my pen. I'll also leave with this Leatherman Charge titanium multi-tool, because I believe a man should carry one of these. Because if your life never involves you having to fix something or open something with a screwdriver or cut through a box or open a letter with a knife, then that's depriving yourself of one of the best sort of masculine feelings in day-to-day life. So I used to have one of these, the Charge. Unfortunately lost it on the ski trip in Switzerland, so I repurchased and upgraded to the titanium. It has various different tools, saws, screwdriver, knives. Just a nice kind of signal to slow down, in my opinion, to enjoy the little things. So that is carried with me. I no longer carry my phone in the morning, so I take my wallet instead. I take my large journal and I take a book. At the moment I'm reading Stillness is the Key, which is an absolutely incredible book. It's my second or third time reading it, and I'll be making a broken down cinematic movie about it very soon, because of the lessons in this book are really quite key to life. But that's my everyday carry. So I walk out the door with these things without talking to anyone, without looking at any business stuff, and I take a 15-minute walk down to Starbucks, which is just down the end of my road. So I'll walk down there, and on that walk, I just take in life, the beauty of life and what's going on around me. And normally I'll have to stop multiple times on that walk to write in my field notes book, because the ideas just start flowing from that little bit of movement and lack of interaction from the outside world. And the beautiful thing about it is you feel free. You feel uncontactable. Nothing matters in that moment apart from you and your walk, going to get your coffee. And I sit outside a local Starbucks, very quiet Starbucks, which I like. And I will continue with the energy. I'll grab my coffee and I'll continue with the energy of basically the walk that I've just had and the ideas that are coming to me. And I'll normally sit there and write 4 or 5 pages of ideas, journal, mull over my life. And it's really been the space I need in the morning to be the best version of myself. So I'll write as soon as I'm kind of bored of writing, I've forgotten things to say, I'll read, I'll put new information in the mind, I'll try and learn something new. Then I'll move on to my plan. This normally takes me about an hour. I take it very easy. I stay as long as I want. And that's that extra bit of freedom in my life to be like, you make your decisions, you decide your happiness. If you enjoy this, then enjoy it and really enjoy this moment of learning and writing and being creative. Don't let anything rush you through that. And that's that autonomy I need in my life to feel like I'm free and nobody can talk to me or speak to me. There's no problems because I don't let anything in. And so I'll write and I'll find myself becoming more and more positive with the readings, the writing, really grateful for what I have. And by the time I walk back to the house, I am ready to speak to my friends in the house, the maid in the house, from a place of power and leadership, of me being sorted, of me being secure, and with my plan for the day. And that has made me feel unbelievable. Now, I don't even look at the phone after I get back. I'm lucky to work with business colleagues, and Max, my videographer, he has logins to my Instagram, logins to my apps, and he can report to me any urgent news, things I may need to respond to immediately. But if he doesn't, then it's all good. I've got someone checking on it. The guys are handling day-to-day business tasks, and my key task is ideas and big picture thinking. So then I come and I sit down in here. I still don't look at the phone and create, which is what we're doing now. An idea that came into my head from a walk, mulled it over, wrote it out, sat down and acted and made the video from a place of enjoyment, of love, of enjoying this process, of giving my teachings to you in the hope that you can find some more peace and freedom in your life. So the point of this video, what I've written down, is to encourage you to put space in your life, to take away distraction, to take away the feeling of not having enough, to cultivate gratitude, and to enjoy the process of living your life, and that things are great, that you can find things that are great, but you have to give yourself space and release yourself from the prison that is your phone. And I'm continuing to run my life like this. I want to do 30 days of basically barely using my phone. I have set times throughout the day where I've got my apps, everything I need for messaging on my computer, so I can sit down and you can bulk respond to everything in an hour and get all the messages out there and answer people's questions and all those sorts of things. And you can do it in an hour and then take space from it. And that's how I'm running my life at the moment with the help of my team. I don't even go to the gym with my phone now. And I have my videographer film things. I have him post the things on Instagram. And I stay away from all the analytics so I can think and feel free. Because if you actually look in your day-to-day life, your life is probably good. Your actual reality is good, but it's just the comparison of your reality to other people's. And that's not what makes you free. Things don't make you free. The more you have, the less free you are. What we really want, I've found, and this is my year's kind of goal, my mission is freedom, the autonomy to have big ideas and a mission and create something I love and not have the pressure of monetary things. Making money should buy your freedom. It should not give you golden handcuffs and a chain, and it should not chain you to a phone all hours of the day so that you can't live. You can live, and your greatest message, I believe, and the greatest work you can do comes from solitude, from silence, from stillness, not from being on the phone all the time, not from being contactable. I want to be contactable when I want to be, because relationships are beautiful and they should be cultivated. But without the time to feel like you're making that choice, you actually, you tarnish the relationship. You tarnish it because you've got this hate for the phone of this feeling all the time. And when you take away that feeling and you feel like you've got space, you can give so much more from a more inspired place, from a better place in your life. So that's all for today. That's today's raw video. I've got some mind-bending films and cinematography I've been working on, some really big ideas and some really valuable videos. And yeah, that's today. So my challenge to you is try it for a day. Try it for 2 days. Try it for 3 days. Try it for a week, as long as you can do. Have your set times through the day that you pick up the phone, and whatever you do, don't go on it at night. Don't go on it in the morning. Just feel how your mind changes. Feel how you get more satisfaction out of life. We must learn to control our tools. The tools should not control us, no matter whether you're building a personal brand or building a business. You control the tools. You control your life. Any shackles you find yourself in, any place you find yourself trapped, is of your own doing. And you can undo it by letting go of the pressure, by taking time. And that makes it easier to act. It makes it easier to do the things you want to do. It gives you space and freedom. And I think that's a valuable message. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. And I will see you on the next one. Let me get up and just punch the hell out of the screen.